up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're talking about some of the Alliance coaches and who will be fired and who will stay. Let's get into it. Before we get into the video, I'd like to say not congratulations to Darius Slay. Even though he's not watching this video, congratulations. You are now in the Pro Bowl once again. Also, Kenny Galladay, they robbed you, my boy. I'm sorry, Kenny G. We don't care about the Pro Bowl, okay? We all know you're one of the best, if not the best wide receiver in the league. Now, come on, man. Come on, man. I know you ain't watching this, but we know. Calm down. You're fine. Don't cry. He got snubbed, okay? Stafford, fifth alternate. Like, what does that even mean? Fifth alternate, my boy. How many alternates do you need? Okay, stop. Let's get into the video. So, basically, we're talking about some coaches that apparently could be fired after the season and changes that could be made to the staff. Now, there is one guy that better not move, and that guy is Darrell Bevell. If Darrell Bevell goes anywhere, I'm going to have a serious problem. Darrell Bevell's my guy. Bevell is probably the one guy I am most happy about on the staff, and I am most excited for in the future, that will be here for years, and that I think can really help this offense be very consistent, solid, and really fun to watch. I mean, this year has been a complete difference from this season to last season. I mean, watching when Stafford was healthy, the amount of shots they took was awesome. The production, I mean, the production was there with Darrell Bevell. He's putting up numbers. Stafford was having one of his best seasons ever. Okay, this dude was on pace for basically 5,000 passing yards again and 38 touchdowns and 10 picks. Dude was putting up Pro Bowl type of numbers. Get it? But he was putting up like MVP type of numbers, okay? MVP type of numbers. That is how good Darrell Bevell was. Darrell Bevell was great. Now, give a little credit to some other guys in there. Give credit to Matthew Stafford, obviously. But Darrell Bevell was killing it, and he's been really good this season. Obviously, recently, we've been so depleted. It's like, okay, yeah, now I'm not sure what's going on. We're on our third quarterback, our 12th running back. I don't know. It's pretty much a mess. So he's staying. Now, one guy that I think that a lot of us believe will be gone is Paul Pasqualoni, or Pepperoni, as some people like to explain. I'm not sure why Pepperoni. Okay. But basically, Paul Pasqualoni looks like that guy that could be like the scapegoat or whatever you want to call it. It looks like Paul Pasqualoni may be out of here, which I don't feel bad for the man, but it's like, oh, dang, Like, Patricia, this is your boy, right? Was it Paul Pasqualoni your boy? No, well, he's about to be fired. And when he was asked about it, he said, he's focused on the Broncos game. Well, I think Paul Pasqualoni understands he's going to be gone. I don't think Paul Pasqualoni is going to be here next season. I don't. He might be. I mean, he might. Isn't it Matt Patricia's guy? Like, it's kind of weird. So I'm not sure what's going to happen next season, because if he fires Pasqualoni and he stays that coach, is he just going to take over completely defensive coordinator, or is he going to hire another one to help him out? He kind of did that this year, and it didn't really work out that well. So if he fires him, what are you going to do about that? Now, if he does fire him, would he want to take over defensive responsibilities as being the next defensive coordinator again, like taking over the coordinator spot? I mean, I don't know how he'd want to do that, because he still is the head coach, right? He's not going to move himself to defensive coordinator and hire a head coach. That would be strange. That'd be something to see. But seriously, I mean, that would be really weird, and that can be hard for some guys. It's hard to do both. You see it a lot of times, like, coaches try to do that, and it doesn't work out, so they go and get an assistant to help them out. We'll see what happens. I could see them going to get another defensive coordinator after they get rid of Paul Pasqualoni. I think that's the one guy that you can count on being out. The next guy that I would like to see out of here, Bo Davis. Look, now Bo Davis is one of these guys who, just by his title, I want to see out of here, okay? I want to see him gone. He's the defensive line coach for the Lions currently, and I'm not happy with the defensive line's production, okay? I think our defensive line, yes, we've had a lot of injuries this season, but I think it's talented enough where we should be putting up better numbers than we are. I mean, this is a defensive line that consistently is known for not getting any pressure. We've had to blitz every year. You see Trey Flowers out, he gets 7 sacks. To me, that's not a big deal, because I feel like anybody with any kind of experience to coaching, I mean, maybe even not experience, could find a way to get Trey Flowers 6-7 sacks, because he's that talented, right? That's not anything special to me. The one thing I don't like is how we don't try to do anything that's like wild or anything. I feel like we never, flip, our defensive linemen. We never do any stunts or anything crazy like that. It seems like no one has a move except for bull rush, instead of like, I don't know, where's your spin at? Where's your spin move? Where's your swim move? I don't know where it is. I'm just gonna bull rush again. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just going a little crazy here. Yes, the injuries have definitely hurt, but Romeo Okwara had a better season last season. He had a really good season last season. Now he's taking a huge dip. I'm not sure what it is. But, it all starts at the top, and Bo Davis with the defensive line has been such a dang disappointment. I mean, injuries have hurt. I'll give you that. Like Mike Daniels, we were expecting him to play. He didn't play, so I guess that's part of it. But for the most part, I mean, we've been healthy enough, I think, to be a little bit better with that defensive line. The next man is the linebacker coach, Al Goldman. Now, this is one of those guys that I could also see, okay? Now, this is a guy that was with Jim Caldwell. He is our linebacking coach. The linebacking core hasn't been great, and the main reason it hasn't been great is because of their coverage ability. Now, shout out to Jelani Tavai. I think this dude's going to be a stud in the future. He had a pick, last week? I think Jelani Tavai is going to be really good for us. Obviously, Jared Davis has never seemed to ever live up to the potential of that first-round pick, which is super unfortunate. He did have 100 tackles last season, but again, they still haven't been able to cover, and I guess maybe that's just the guys you're drafting. Maybe you're drafting the wrong guys that you know can't cover. I don't know what it is. But Jelani Tavai was a different type of player that we drafted this season. So maybe it's more about the drafting and not necessarily the coaching on that standpoint.
In that aspect of it.
Defensive backs coach, Brian Stewart is another one that's very interesting. He was with Pasqualoni at Syracuse, so he definitely has that relationship going on there. And this is another guy that could potentially be out. I don't know, though. Obviously, our secondary has been great, but at the same time, when you don't get pressure, your secondary will get dotted up. Like, if I can't get any pressure, I'm going to get dotted up. You know, because there's just too much time. You give the quarterback too much time, you're going to get dotted. That's just very simple, okay? So, I think the beginning of the season looked pretty good, and then it's kind of just starting to fall off. So, I don't know if you put that on the coach or you put that on the players. I think, Slade's been healthy for pretty much the entire season. But he's been a guy that's been here. I don't know. This is a hard one for me. But I think as a whole, we've taken definitely a decrease in whether that's trading away players that were here before that were good for us, or maybe it's just injuries. I don't think it's just injuries. Whatever it is, maybe it's not getting pressure. I would put it more on that. If you're not getting pressure, it's going to be really easy to dot that secondary. And the Lions have had basically no pressure at all this season other than Trey Flowers. So that's an interesting name to keep an eye on. So the one guy I would be looking for is that defensive line coach. I could definitely see Bo Davis out of here and going to get a different one, and I'd be definitely okay with that. I don't think it could get much worse. I think you have enough talent where you should have better numbers as a defensive line, where, they just shouldn't be doing the same thing every single time they come to the quarterback or try to get any kind of pressure. That's all I'm saying, okay? I feel like it's the same every single time. Now, it doesn't help when you only bring 3 defensive linemen because, 3 against 5, that can be really tough to get any kind of pressure. That's the name that I would keep an eye on. Paul Pasqualoni, I think he's going to be a scapegoat. I think he's going to get out of here and that's be like, oh, that was the defensive problems. And it may have been. Maybe they'll get rid of Paul Pasqualoni and our defense will be top 2, top 5, top 10 next season. Maybe top 10, okay? Let's not get too carried away. Maybe top 10. Maybe it's like, oh, you know what? Maybe it was Pasqualoni. Or we'll do it and it will make no difference. And we'll be like, dang. Okay, Patricia. So I'm not exactly sure, but that could definitely happen. But I really see Paul Pasqualoni's out of here. But again, Darrell Bevell, you ain't going nowhere, my boy. You have to stay. So there you go. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which coaches do you think should be fired? Secondary, linebacker, defensive line, Bevell. If you say Bevell, I'm banning you from this channel. I'm just saying. Okay? No, I won't ban you, but I'll disagree with you. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.